Hello YouTube. Okay, today we have an unboxing of this Diablotek 320 watt MicroATX power supply. Now MicroATX, as far as power supply form factor, does not go hand in hand with MicroATX motherboard form factor at all. And same thing with case form factor. They do not go hand in hand. What the form factor of MicroATX power supplies really is SFX. So this is made to fit into smaller cases. If you have a MicroATX case, make sure you buy a regular ATX power supply because they do not go together. So, the reason I bought this Diablotek is because it was a choice between this $20 power supply or a $50 power supply from Seasonic. And this is for a studio computer, the studio computer. And that studio computer I'm not running very hard. I'm running simply a Pentium dual-core socket 775 processor, which uses 65 watts. No graphics card, using onboard graphics, and I have maybe 2 or 3 PCI cards in the system. And that doesn't use much power. Oh yeah, I have a hard drive and an optical drive as well, but I'm not going to be using 550 watts, so I really did not need to spend the extra money. Well, I don't think the Seasonic was 300 watts. I think it was around 400, but 320 watts should be plenty, and this box is pretty heavy, so I'm assuming that this power supply is pretty good quality. Now let's just take a look at it here. Comes with a vibration dampener. That's nice. I like that very much. Comes with a nice user manual. And here's the power supply itself. It is quite small. It is quite small, as you can see. It's a decent size, though. But there, as you can see, 78% efficiency, which is, it's not perfect, but it's not bad either. You get 15 amps on the 3.3 volt rail, 15 amps on the 5 volt rail, 16 amps on the 12 volt rail, 0.6 on minus 12, and plus 5 VSB is 2 amps. So obviously this power supply is not meant to run in a system like a gaming computer, for example. This thing is literally just meant to run a computer that's going to be used for video and audio processing only, which doesn't even have a graphics card in it. So the amount of wattage and the quality of this thing should be fine for a couple of years. Basically, I hope to get about 4 years out of this power supply. I'm lucky if it lasts 2, though, considering how cheaply things are made these days. But this thing actually feels very well made. It does not feel cheap at all. The heatsink looks to be pretty decent in there. Capacitors, you never know, but capacitors you don't really have to worry about if the circuit is designed well. But what I think Diablotek does is that they actually use good components, which usually means that they've probably sacrificed on the circuitry, but hopefully not. Hopefully it's a good balance in between. Hopefully they use middle-of-the-road capacitors and decent circuitry, which is typically what I've found with Diablotek in the past, so let's hope that that's what it is. They also give you a power cord, obviously, because you kind of need that. There's a couple zip ties and screws. And that's excellent. Very excellent. Nothing much in the manual. Teaches you how to use the CPU connector there. That's a typical power supply manual. I like the fact that they include so much with this, though. I love this vibration dampener. That's an awesome inclusion there. I'll definitely be using that. But this has been an unboxing of a Diablotek power supply. Have a model number? Apparently not. But it's just a 320 watt MicroATX or SFX form factor power supply. It's a DA series. This power supply should last me a good while. It should definitely help, because the computer I'm putting this in is an SFX form factor, and I've never had an SFX power supply before. So what I've been doing is running a power supply outboard in that machine, almost like an outboard motor on a boat or something. And this will eliminate that problem. If this power supply goes dead, This thing has a 3-year warranty, so that's about how much I expect out of it. I mean, there you go. But there you go. That's an unboxing of this Diablotek power supply. Have a good one, everybody. Ciao.